All right, we're back with exponential functions. We are looking at writing exponents, and in those functions, when we're dealing with the graphs, we want to make sure that we are appropriately coming up with the y-intercept as well as the growth factor. So this is a little bit trickier on this one because, as you can see, this y-intercept, I'm just going to kind of show it to you a little bit closer. You can see that the y-intercept is not exactly on the line. So that makes it a little bit more challenging for us to begin with that number. Typically, I would go for that number because it's not labeled. We can't just assume what the number is. Probably figure out a good guess because this is 100, this is 150, and those are both labeled, which means this is 125. So it's going to be just over 125, but I'm not 100% sure exactly where it is. So I do need some solid answers in order to come up with that answer. So we're going to start off with f of x to begin with. Okay, and then we're going to look at finding two nice solid points that we can use. So I'm going to look at 1, and if I look at 1, you'll notice that 1 is not a good set of numbers here. However, 2 works out. It's on 200. So I'm going to use this one. So this is at 2, 200. And then I'm going to look at 3. 3 is also a nice good number. That is at 3, and this is at 250. So because these are nice two consecutive numbers, the x's are consecutive, it's 2 and 3, I can take the 250, divide it by the number previous to it, which is 200, to find out what my growth factor is. So we're going to do 250 divided by 200, and when I do that, I end up with 1.25. So again, we're looking at trying to figure out a growth rate. We can take the y value of the current one, we can divide it by the previous one, and we can figure out what that growth rate is. So 1.25 is the growth factor, the growth rate. And so when I'm doing my equation here, that's the number that's going to have the exponent on it. So we're going to do that. Now, we still have to go ahead and figure out what it started with. So I'm going to have to work my way backwards to this. So if I think about going backwards to what it was at the beginning, I would need to first figure out where it was at 1. So I can take the number 200, and I'm going to divide that by that growth rate to figure out what that number was previously. So 1 falls at here at 160. When I divide 200 divided by this 1.25. So this is going to be 160. I'm almost there, but I'm not there yet. I want to get this number right here, which we said is a little bit higher than 125 if we've done this correctly. So we're going to take 160 divided by the 1.25, and that will get me what my number is. And when I do 160 divided by 1.25, we're going to get a number of 128, which makes sense because it's just slightly above 125. And that is how I would solve to get my answer for this equation. And if you want more questions like these, you can find them on my YouTube, my TikTok, and my Instagram at YouWantAlgebra. This is going to be located in the exponential playlist for exponential functions. And don't forget to like, share, and follow for more.